All right, guys. Allergies are fucking killing me today. Let's see what we got going on here. I had a lot of fun doing this one last night, and I really want to start doing more of these live things. So let's see what's popping and who's available today. Let's see what's up. What's up, Josiah? Cecilia, what's up? Boo, is that some Halloween shit right there? What's going on, guys? Morocco, cool. Florida. What's going on, guys? Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Thank you, All Kinds of Gains. You must be a Hodge-Twins fan. All Kinds of Gains. Come down to Toronto. Man, I'm in America. I got to go up to Toronto, man. Belfast, Ireland. Cool. Very cool. Somalia. Awesome. England. Brady's actually on the floor over there, if you guys can see him. Hang on. Let me do this. Brady, they want to know what you're doing. See those toys all spread out over the floor. I got my Batman costume ready to go. We actually have like a Halloween party this weekend. My friend's son is turning 1, and his party has got a bunch of kids, and I'm going as Batman. I actually have this on the table right here, so check this out. It's an actual cast from the Christian Bale Batman mask. It's a 1-to-1 replica of the actual mask itself, which I bought it and then never wore it, so. Serbia, yes, I know where it is. Do outro. Oh, no, Kaksi? I speak a little bit of Centerville. Cool, that's not far from where I'm at. I actually have a friend who's half Serbian. Yeah, this thing, I mean, this costume's been like years in the making. I keep adding pieces to it. And I'm not like the cosplay person, but I think that shit's pretty cool. What do I think of Jack LaLanne? I don't know much about him. I mean, I remember he was the guy that swam across the Alcatraz water there, like pulling a boat with his teeth, with his hands tied behind his back. Pretty fucking badass, right? Yeah, Batman's gonna have a beard this year because I'm not gonna shave my beard, but the kids are they're not gonna give a fuck. It actually comes with another piece, which I have to make these like fasteners in the back. So, Michael Keaton's mask, he turned like this. Bale's mask is actually 2 pieces. So this one goes on the neck and that one sits on top of it. So it's actually, you can turn your head in the Christian Bale mask. Yeah, I mean, still young. I appreciate that. All the Jumper's knee. I don't know anything about that, man. Nicholas Brady. Yeah, I would get my blood work done. I mean, whether you think you need it or not, just get it done anyways. See what's up, you know. Dolce diet versus keto. I think both of them are good tools to be used, and different people are going to need to do different things. So, back when I was 21, I would have been a good Bane. I was 270-something fucking pounds, but my black. So here's something interesting. If you haven't seen the video already, I got my DNA tested. It said I had it was under 2%, but it wasn't 1%, but it was like just under 2%. And found out that my great-great-grandmother was actually a black woman. So yes, I have black in my family, I guess. I mean, I'm also part Hawaiian, which I didn't know. Portuguese, Hawaiian. Italian was one I didn't know. Greek was one I didn't know. I have all these things. So I'm fucking mixed as shit. Nova or Colombia? Nova. I like the cherry limeade. That's my favorite essential amino acid max. Day's going all right, man. Thank you. Spikes or New York system? Spikes. What's spikes? Spikes. What the fuck? I'm drawing a blank on spikes, but New York system is good. We have Rod's in Warren. It says Fenway where you're at, so you're probably in Massachusetts. But Rod's Grill was the Coney Island hot dog. We call them Gagas. Anxiety, yes. So for the longest time, they would put me on antidepressant meds, which was like antidepressant, anti-anxiety together for both, and they didn't work very well. And I took myself off it, and that's when I actually got into drug addiction because I couldn't handle the anxiety, and I would drink, I would do drugs, I would do whatever the fuck I could to manage the anxiety. And literally, I mean, there were times where, I mean, I thought I was going to die because I felt like, you know, my head was going to explode. My fucking ears were ringing. Like, my face was tingly just from anxiety. And it took me a long time of dealing with different things like that. And the thing that I've been using for since March is called CBD oil. And that stuff is just fucking a godsend. Like, if I don't take it, Aaron can tell, you know. No, because I think my thyroid's been fine when I was younger. My dad was actually... had natural anxiety, and I've had it since I was a kid. Like, when I was a little kid, I would fucking stress out about shit that, you know, kids don't stress out about, you know? Like, I remember this is so fucked up, but it's true. I was on the bus when I was a kid, and I remember thinking if I didn't sit in the front of the bus, I wouldn't be able to get off the bus in time before they closed the door and took off, and I would be stuck on the bus. Like, and I would stress out about, like, oh shit, I'm halfway be in the back of the bus now. Fuck, like, what do I do if I can't get there? Like, I would stress about that. Like, that's, you know, when you're like 8 years old, that's not thyroid. That's like, you know. But the CBD oil, absolutely, it's amazing stuff. So traps, yeah, absolutely. Shrugs, and don't forget the rack pulls too. You know, rack pulls, you're gonna be able to use a lot more weight than shrugs, and even though your traps are not fully contracted, like most of the time your traps are not completely stretched either. They're kind of in between. But CBD is about I think it's like $80 for 30 cc's of it, and you just drop some under your tongue. Supplements for your wife. A multivitamin, an antioxidant. It's going to depend on what her goals and stuff are. So, Mike Mentzer, I thought he was a fucking genius, but I'm not sure I ever applied his training the proper way. I don't think anybody could apply training from Dorian or him unless you trained with him. Like, you'd have to have Mike take you through a workout to properly apply it. Like, even if you think you're doing it, it's just not. So, DNP, I don't want to answer questions about DNP. I'll be honest with you. YouTube is deleting people's channels. For my last sneaker channel got deleted for fucking nothing. So it's like, you know, it's not my thing. On Instagram, I'll answer it all day long. If I do an Instagram live, absolutely pop on there. I'll tell you whatever the fuck you want. But YouTube's kind of skittish about some shit right now. So, I met Larry in Super League 1, I believe. In Northern Virginia. Well, you don't have to go to a clinic per se. I go to Titan Medical, which I don't go to, but I use Titan Medical in Florida. And what you do is you still have a consultation with an actual doctor, but it's through Skype. So they record the Skype to make sure that there's nothing. If they decide that like you're too much of a risk for it or you don't need it, like it's all recorded on Skype. So later on, because it's a legit company, it's not like these random like, yeah, we'll just give you whatever. Like, it's not like that. But I would recommend Titan Medical. They are fucking awesome. Was I referred to them? No, I actually met them a couple years ago at the Arnold. My friend Chris Cavallini was using their injectable vitamins, and I had heard about them, and then they were with him at the Arnold. So when he came to see me, they were with him, and I met them, and then I started using the Titan Complete and the ECA stack. They have an actual prescription ephedrine, caffeine, and aspirin stack, which when you're traveling, if you need a little pick-me-up, you pop one of those, you're good. It also helps with ADD, which I have pretty bad sometimes. So it's not like Adderall, but it's, of course, the ephedrine helps you concentrate more. So. Patriots season so far. I'm not sad about it, but I'm also not happy about it either. I mean, the Patriots went undefeated until the Super Bowl. And every single time they start a season, I think every Patriots fan is like, this is going to be the year that we go undefeated. And as soon as they lose a game, it's like, fuck. It's like the team just crumbled. It's only one game, but like, you know, they lost a couple of games. I think they're 3-2 or no, they're 4-2 now, right? So they've lost 2 games. Like, who the fuck gets disappointed about 2 games out of fucking 18? You know what I mean? But like, that's what happens when you're a Patriots fan. So. This way, cardio would be the West. No, bro, no. Fucking, if you had the hernia surgery, you're fine. You should be able to train. Like, go ahead and do cardio. You're gonna burn up a bunch of muscle. You're not gonna fucking increase your metabolism, and you're gonna fucking adapt to it. And you're basically gonna wind up getting fatter in the long run. So no, don't fucking all cardio it. Your diet is super important too. So, I mean, the bodybuilders, honestly, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about health. They don't give a fuck about longevity. They give a fuck about the next show. They give a fuck about the next photo shoot or the next expo. It's very easy to get caught up in that shit. Like, you know, like, oh, I got another expo in 2 months. I don't have any time to come off drugs. So they just kind of cruise a little bit, but in between that 2 months, well, I got to take photos. I got to do videos. Like, so now everything's online on social media. You got to be in shape all the time or big all the time because people can tell when you're off, right? So these motherfuckers are just pumping shit year round, and you're like, fuck, dude, it's not good. What levels am I using on weights? I don't know what that means. Shit, these go fast sometimes. Yes, they have inferiority complex. I think that they have insecurities. I think all that stuff. FitMisk, I like the Blohitism forum, which I haven't been on there in quite a while, but, you know, they've never been dicks to me, so only a couple of them were kind of dicks to me, but I think they're just a bunch of people doing their thing. I mean, what's the difference between them and anybody else, right? Fuck, these go fast. What's the future of supplements? Honestly, I think the future of supplements is the basics, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be any kind of new flashy compound because, you know, the basics are what works. Amino acids build muscle. You need those. It's like building a house. You can have all the workers you want in your front yard. If they don't have the materials to build a house, you can't build a house. So, I don't know what they're going to do with Rich Piana's channel. I have no idea. Training program's going good. I've actually been training heavier, and I'm so fucking sore from that power push-up. Holy shit. CBD, it's one eyedropper. So, like, it'll tell you on the label, take, like, one eyedropper. It's measured on the eyedropper. Ephedrine over DMA all day long. All day long. Next Mr. O. I believe that Rami could be the next Mr. O. When Phil steps down, I'll tell you that right now. I don't think he's going to beat Phil. I don't think that, genetics-wise, I just don't think it's there. I think with the perfectly, we saw, you know, Phil not be healthy this year with the hernia. Fuck, dude. I mean, and he's still, honestly, I mean, you know, I'm an NPC test judge. I understand what I'm looking at. Like, he beat him fair and square. There wasn't like, oh, it's so close. You know, Rami outmassed him, and it was like a wow factor with the mass. But, like, everything else there, like, Phil beat him. So it's like mass compared to symmetry, shape, cuts, you know, all that stuff. Like, Phil just beat him, you know, plain and simple. So, conditioning. SARMs, I've already been over this stuff, like, time and time again. Like, don't fuck with SARMs. There's no such thing as real SARMs anymore. It's like people putting random shit in capsules and fucking putting on the market. So do not fuck with SARMs. It's my opinion. Oh, I appreciate that, Andre. Thank you, man. Enlisting. Yeah, well, I'm 41 now, so enlisting is out of the fucking, out of the question. But when I looked into it, I was like 35, which was still over the limit. The clothing line's going well. We're just waiting to restock. The shirts are being printed, and we're restocking, and then new designs. I got a few, like, prototype things right now that, you know, you guys will see that if you follow my Instagram. If not, Jerry Ward II on Instagram. Check that out. You'll be seeing up there pretty soon. So I appreciate it, Jeremiah. eBay SARMs. Like, that's like, I mean, that's not even like companies. Some people just fucking, you know, throw shit in there. Do I know anybody that doesn't use testosterone age? Absolutely. Not everybody uses it, but 20, 10, 10, 15 rep system. What's the fucking point? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you try to overload a muscle and then go back up to 15 reps? Like, I mean, unless there's some kind of theory behind it, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Back-to-back Q&As. Well, yesterday was like the first time I didn't even know how to use YouTube Live. I was like, fuck, I had to update the software because I didn't know what to fucking do. I had to watch a video on YouTube about how to use YouTube Live. Absolutely, Anthony. I appreciate that, man. I like Enhanced Athlete. I like Trevor a lot. I talk to him a lot more than Tony, but Tony seems like a good dude too. Are you a Christian plus what demon? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Cape Town. Awesome. Thank you, man. DAA can benefit people of any age. Doesn't matter. Overhand grip. That went by kind of fast. Shit. What the fuck? No, we don't have kids planned. No. Delray Misfits. Sure, why not? John Meadows Mountain Dog Training. I've never tried it. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I've known John Meadow for 12 years now, and, you know, I just saw him at Super League. He was there at Super League, and, you know, he congratulated me on success and stuff that's going on with me. I did the same to him, and, you know, we talk, but I just don't know much about, I miss my other dog too, man. I appreciate that. Well, here's the thing. The live videos, like, if anybody's, like, is on here that's ever met me knows that this is kind of how I talk and how I am. when I make a video, it's usually a topic that pops in my head that has upset me, that has revved me up a little bit, and I've gotten very passionate about it, and I don't wait. Like, I don't sit down and think about what I'm going to do. I throw the camera on and I fucking go. So there are times when I'm in the shower at like 3:30 in the morning, I'm taking a shower, I'm like shaving my head, and I'm like, oh, I got this idea. Well, yeah, that's fine. That shit pisses me off. And I literally shut the shower off, dry off, throw a t-shirt and shorts on, sit down in the chair, film a video at 3:30 in the morning about something that upset me. But, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, if someone was in my face arguing with me, that's my personality. You know what I mean? Like, I get revved up. I have a kind of not an edgy personality, but like a fucking high-strung personality sometimes. But most of the time, like, you know, I try not to surround myself with people that are going to make me like that, that don't bring that side of me out. So it's bring that side out of me. Anyways, English is my first language or whatever. But the bottom line is, you know, like, if I'm just sitting there talking to someone and we get along, there's no reason for me to be revved up, you know what I mean? So make that shit square. Is Islam a religion of peace? I don't know enough about it. To be honest with you, I don't know enough about it. Like, I don't search into these things and say, well, you know, I'm not interested in Islam, so let me find out everything about it so I can argue with other people about it. I don't give a fuck. You know, there are people that live in our neighborhood that are Muslim, and they're nice fucking people. They're quiet as fuck. They say hi. Their kids like Brady. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. So, you know, I don't know. Shit, these go fast. Pass the TRT. Yeah, if you want to be bigger and more muscular, take more than the TRT dose. So, super laxo and Primovar. Primovar is a higher dosed super laxo, like a much higher dosed. Yes, lift heavy on a cut. No fucking 1 rep maxes, but recovery of legs and doing cardio. Most of the time, your legs are not recovered. Okay, they're sore, but that soreness is left by a nutrient or I don't know what you would, an enzyme, a nutrient, hydroxyproline. Anyways, after lactic acid is flushed out of the blood, it leaves that byproduct, and that byproduct is an irritant to the muscle, so the muscle actually hurts. But as long as the tendons don't hurt and they're not inflamed, your muscle's recovered. I think it takes literally within 24 hours, the muscle group honestly is like 90% recovered. Within 7 hours, it's like 85% recovered. So the muscle recovers very quickly. You could train a muscle every day. However, the central nervous system does not recover fast enough, and the tendons don't. So it's like if you're on a bike pedaling and, you know, you did a hard leg workout the day before, you should be able to pedal and it's not affecting the leg muscles themselves per se. A girl cheat on me? Yes, I have. But I've also been the one that's done cheating. I'm no fucking angel by any stretch of the imagination. Just realize that, like, you know, she had a choice. And no matter what you did, you don't deserve that. You just don't. And no matter what any girl that I was dating did, they didn't deserve it either. But bottom line is, if you dwell on it, like, it's going to eat you up. You know, you got to stay busy and keep moving forward, which is hard to do, but no shows in the future that are planned. Racquetball. I used to play racquetball with my buddy Henry, and we know 0 rules. We would hit the fucking ball as hard as we could and try to hit each other with the ball. That's what I think of racquetball. I don't know anything about it. Preventing injury while bodybuilding. Here's the deal. You can stretch, you can foam roll, you can fucking listen to whoever out there. The bottom line is the more that you push towards your limits, the closer you are to an injury. Okay, and if you're pushing the limits where you're teetering on the edge of like the max your body can handle, and it's for a period of time, you are going to get injured. I don't care what anyone says. It does not matter. You can warm up. You can leave one in the tank like some assholes say. You can do shit like that. But the bottom line is if you're really training to your ultimate potential and you're at the top of your ability, you are literally 1 rep away from an injury all the fucking time. So, yeah, injuries just suck. Building muscle with, I don't know anything about Hashimoto's disease. I appreciate that, Mendig. Thank you. Mendag? Islam. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. You know, that's the thing. It's like, I know about things that interest me. I know about things that affect me. If it doesn't affect me, why am I going to be one of those fucking people? Like, I watch people that fucking complain about politics and they complain about this and they're mad and they debate and they fight. And I'm like, what the fuck did it do in your general daily life? You got up, you went to work, you fucking played with your dog, you fucking talked with your wife, you played with your kids. It's not affecting you. Why the fuck would you worry about it? And it doesn't make any sense. You know, if I was going to Islam, I mean, you know, wanted to learn about it, I would learn about it. But otherwise, why the fuck would I bog myself down? I think everybody's just nosy as fuck nowadays. They want to know everything about everybody, and they want their opinion heard. It's like, if it doesn't affect you, fuck it. What the fuck? Like, it doesn't make any sense why so many people fucking freak out about things that really don't have anything to do with them. Laxogenin. Laxo is it's a plant sterol. It's a natural plant sterol that is very anabolic. I don't track anything. I don't track carbs. I don't track protein. I don't track sugar. I mean, I don't really go out of my way to eat sugar, so it's not. There's not much. So I know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? It's a fitness channel. It doesn't affect me. You know, like, fuck, these go quick. Cialis benefits. Never used it. You know, I don't know what these fucking myths are about, like, guys on steroids, but I was in Mexico and they were trying to sell me Viagra, and I was like, for what? And she's like, oh, all the Americans come down and buy it. I'm like, well, that's pretty fucked up. Like, I know some guys are like, oh, I don't need it, but I just take it for the extra. Like, here's the deal. If you take steroids, you never really want to train without them, okay? If you take anything to enhance something, you never really want to do that thing again without it. Why the fuck would I take Viagra or Cialis, right? And then you're like, oh, this is awesome. Then you go back to having sex without it. That sucks, right? You want to take it all the time. Why would I want to do that to myself? It's like, if I've never eaten Kentucky Fried Chicken, I don't know what I'm missing. So what difference does it make, you know what I mean? I mean, they say for the pumps, I know for a fact, the muscle tissue down there is not the same that's in your muscle. It's smooth muscle tissue. It's not the same, you know, like, you know, why do you think that when you take it, all of a sudden you don't just get a pump everywhere in your body? Why do you think it's only like one area? Because it's not the same fucking thing. But in their heads, because they don't understand, they just think, oh, blood pump, okay, it all works. It's not the same thing. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be this thing where people are still asking questions. Trust me, bodybuilders in the pros would be using it, especially instead of using EPO, they'd be using Viagra instead. And guess what? They don't, because it doesn't fucking work. It's these idiots that are in forums and in the gym that are not even high-level competitive bodybuilders that are fucking talking about it. Dude, what the fuck? Yes, I started the Neanderthal yesterday when I got it, and it's so fucking good. Anybody that's bought it, if you taste this shit, holy fuck. Never met Greg Kovacs. The channel, like, literally, as soon as I post a video, the subs drop. Like, it'll be a video, it's 10 minutes long. Within the first 2 minutes, it'll just fucking start dropping. And then it's like, if you don't post a video, your subs go up. So I'm posting every day, so I'm dropping and up and up. So it's like I'm gaining and losing at the same time, and it looks like it's maintaining, but my subscribers are actually being unsubscribed. And it's happening over and over again, and it's like this glitch that everybody talks about. Like, when your wife is unsubscribed from your channel 3 times, either she doesn't like you anymore, which you shouldn't be married, or they keep unsubscribing you. And I talked to somebody on YouTube about it, and they were like, oh, she hit the button by mistake probably. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, 3 times she hit the button by mistake, right? And I got other people that would check up on me like, hey, Jerry, you okay? You haven't posted in a while. I'm like, what are you talking about? I posted 6 videos in the last 6 days, and they're like, oh, I haven't gotten an alert. Sure enough, they're unsubscribed. So, I mean, most of the YouTube channels right now, if you notice, none of them are growing. I mean, they're not necessarily going down, but they're not growing. And everybody's upset about it, but what is this shit? Can we do that like we do on, oh yeah, just like that. Cool. You can block assholes for doing stupid shit. Cool. D-ball worth using. If it's real. You know, that's another thing. Is what you're getting real? So the meals are from Nutrition Solutions, which is actually the shirt that I'm wearing right now. No, apple cider vinegar, as long as it has the mother in it, it's got that stuff floating in it, it's good. Take it. If it's in a plastic bottle, don't take it. No diabetic clients, no. Primeval products. So I use the Essential Amino Acid Max, Intracell, Vasogorge if I'm having like a pump workout. The Primavar I don't really use. Aaron uses the Primavar. And the Neanderthal now. And as of right now, that's about it. No, we really don't cook. No, we don't cook at all. We have would drop in Europe. Yeah, we actually have a place in the UK right now that I can't remember the name of the place. They're brand new, having our stuff over there. So no, that doesn't affect your test levels. No, that's stupid. Yes, absolutely feel more mentally clear. Hands down, more mentally clear. There's no doubt in my mind. Less aches and pains. I feel more energetic, better sense of well-being, like everything. And that was like within the first 2 weeks, so. Favorite company besides Primeval Labs? I mean, I don't really use any other stuff, so. Favorite corporate gym? Export. Whatever, open one now. I don't think you need either Arimidex or Aromacin unless you are aromatizing. If you're not, this guy with this fucking shit. Bye. Nice knowing you. He'll probably have another fucking thing in a second. Mushroom tip. Yeah, no, it's the same dude saying mushroom tip. He's fucking venomous lion. I'm sure it's this little fucking kid in his mother's basement. Usually the lions are more like baby cubs. As you guys can hear Brady snoring down there. He's like laying on the floor snoring next to my feet. Yeah, I would love to have like baggy, like batwing tops and string tie. That'd be so fucking cool. Nick Wright, I like Nick. Littlefoot is a female. Are we talking in codes over here? What the fuck is good? Music, anything from rap to metal, everything. Oh yeah, let's just get rid of these motherfuckers. Flexing in the short term, just going back pretty quick. Injectable carnitine. I've used it before. I didn't see any more benefit of injecting it than taking an oral dose. So, again, 41 years old. Nelly. Nah, I don't really think much about Nelly. Dorian Yates interview. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Dorian. I haven't really heard from him or seen anything about him. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know that, yeah, he's with the Dark Sports Company now, doing some clothing line stuff with them, but. Yeah, if Supreme wanted to collab with us, guess what? We're fucking collabing. I mean, hands down, that would be fucking amazing. But, I mean, odds are that they're going to look at a fitness company and be like, who cares, you know? Hungry Pete. You mean Furious Pete? Yeah, not too often. I mean, he hasn't been to many of the expos. And when we're at the expos now, we're both super busy. So it's hard to get together. So, Randerall benefits for women. Muscle building, faster recovery. Hodge twins. I love the Hodge twins. They live like 15 minutes from me over here. The well, anything that upregulates your androgen receptors is going to help you build more muscle, period. So it's not just about the testosterone. That's what you guys are not getting. There's an aromatase inhibitor in it also. And there's other things that keep your hormone levels regulated. That's the whole key to it. You know what I mean? It's not a test booster. Like, I think people automatically thought it was a test booster. Like, we could have just put out a test booster with nothing else in it, but like we wanted anti-cortisol, we wanted fucking anti-aromatase, anti-estrogen, we wanted all these other things. Cognitive function, that's in there. Like, it's a men's supplement. You know, testosterone is included in a men's supplement, which makes it a men's supplement, but it's not a test booster, you know? Like, it's... The lady's walking her dog. I'm nosy as fuck too, guys. Adpocalypse. Yeah, everybody's... Yeah, I dropped like 80% of my ad revenue. Yeah, there's like fucking no money on YouTube. I don't know who wins 5% now. I don't know if sleeping flat affects you in any certain way or not. I don't know. Yeah, you can get big. Doesn't mean you're going to be big and lean, but you can be big natural, yeah. Always as heavy as you can. You have to overload the muscle whether you're natural or not. If the muscle's not overloaded, you're not going to fucking grow. Apparently that guy Boston with Musclehead 320, whatever his name was, he's in jail. I like RX Muscle. I like Dave a lot. I like all those guys. Sid, Dave, Johnny Styles. There is no optimal sleep. I don't think there's anything fucking remotely optimal for sleep. You know, we get by on very little sleep. So does The Rock. Does he look like he doesn't have an optimal life? I mean, what the fuck? Europe. Anytime I get a chance to visit Europe, I'll absolutely be there. All right, we're coming up on 30 minutes. We don't want to make this thing too long because last night it was like a fucking 40-minute long video. So I'm definitely going to be hitting these up more if you guys enjoy this stuff. The Rock on roids. He says no. I disagree with that. But I don't think he's on anything more than what his doctor gives him, to be honest with you. Like, you know, you can be on 200 milligrams of test and be his size because he's naturally, I mean, he was 14 years old. He was like 6'5", like 240 or something. You know what I mean? So you give him 200 milligrams of test, that puts him at 270. Like, Absolutely, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Later.